what stood out to me so much was how many Man of Steel parallels they were.
100%. Yeah.
When so much of the discussion has been about moving away from that. And obviously, I really liked Henry Cavill's Superman. I wish we could have got more of that. Not the case, not happening. And I hope we get a good Superman movie, regardless of who makes it, even if it's James Gunn, even though I have my doubts. But that's what shocked me with all of this talk about, it's all about hope and inspiring and all this stuff. And I saw a lot of parallels to Man of Steel. Certainly, it's just a trailer, so who knows what happens. But overall, it was received very well. There's some people that are crazy hyped about it. There's some people that absolutely despise it. But overall, I mean, just look at the numbers: 1.1 million likes to 74,000 dislikes. Overall, a very well-received trailer that got a lot of people talking and discussing it, and got a lot of views for Warner Brothers, which is what you want for a trailer. However, we're starting to hear some interesting things from behind the scenes. Superman buzz not good following Warner Brothers screenings. And this is all coming in the aftermath of the Hollywood Reporter initially talking about screenings that happen internally at Warner Brothers, right? For people that are working on the film and stuff like that. And the Hollywood Reporter said, we're keeping very quiet about how the reaction to this screening was, but they are scheduled for some reshoots in a few weeks in Los Angeles. So they didn't tell people that they thought it looked like shit. They also didn't tell people that it sounded like it was good. But now we're starting to hear some stuff. Superman Fallout, buzz is not good, should be worried. Latest comes from Jeff Snyder on the most recent episode of the Hot Mic podcast. While discussing the recent news about Batman Part 2 getting delayed and Andy Muschietti's DCU Batman movie getting postponed, Snyder revealed he talked to a source who said there are big concerns surrounding Gunn's Superman. Went to dinner with a source who knew multiple people had seen Superman. The buzz is not good. It's not me trying to take the movie down. Maybe I misphrased the VFX things, but I'm hearing bad things. I'm hearing you should be worried things. Now, a lot of time between now and July 11th, a lot could happen, and it sounds like James Gunn is aware of some of the feedback. Sounds like THR is aware of some of the feedback, or they're keeping that amazing buzz the studio would love to have out there in the Fortress of Solitude. And this is what we're talking about. This is reporting on this screening from Hollywood Reporter before this. We've heard from multiple sources about one screening in particular on the lot with his close-knit crew of people he trusts. We're keeping the buzz about the movie itself at our own Fortress of Solitude, but we can tell you the movie will do in a few days of additional shooting in Los Angeles. There also said things about it feels like a mix of Captain America, the First Avenger, and the Mummy movies. So that's kind of what apparently some insiders are saying about the movie itself. I've never been overly hyped for this. I've never known if James Gunn is the right guy for this, but I'm going to take it at face value when it comes out. Are you excited to see Superman, Jay? With everything we've heard, with everything we know, are you excited for the movie?
Not excited, more curious to see like how this is going to work, because he did add a lot of players in that teaser trailer, plus crypto. And I just wondering how you're going to put all that together, because this has to do well, right? For this universe to work. If this movie comes out of the gate and bombs, what is that gonna do for James Gunn's universe? Like, what is that? Are they just gonna be like, well, we'll let him do a couple films and move away? What if this is terrible? Like, are they just gonna shut it down? Are they gonna power through it and be like, well, let's see how Batman does? Like, or will they just stop and just say, well, let's just focus on Matt Reeves stuff and not do anything else and work on that universe? There's a lot on the line on this film from what I hear. So
I think there's obviously a lot on the line. I think there's probably different levels, right? If this thing comes out and makes $1 billion, it's going to be like, James Gunn, you have free reign to do whatever you want. Go for it. If it comes out and it's like in the $600-700 million range, they're probably going to be like, all right, this didn't hit as hard as we thought. We need to kind of reprioritize and re-strategize things and figure out what we're doing going forward. Now, if this is a fucking Marvel's level or Flash level failure, $200-300 million, that's the only time that I think they might pull the plug completely.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of have different different levels at which you would truly hit the panic button for them. But there's no doubt there's a lot riding on this. This needs to be big. This has to be big. And
so
we'll see.
what's interesting is you have that talking point that the buzz is not good. Then you have like accounts like this that say there has been no test screenings for Superman as of yet. The recent rumors of negative reception from the screening are nonsense. Screenings aren't accepted to begin until the spring.
Yes. So this is where a lot of people in the access media and the press start to try to spin things. It's true. There have been no audience test screenings. That's what that's talking about. The screening that was given, that this is not something that was reported on by like Scoopers or whatever. This is something that happens all of the time as movies are coming together. This was a Warner Brothers screening.
Okay.
They did internally, right? This is not a test screen where they bring a bunch of audience members in and they give their feedback. That's not what this is. That's what that's reporting. Screenings aren't supposed to begin until the spring. So you're going to have a lot of people that are running cover for this, and James Gunn has a lot of people in his pocket. The very fact that Hollywood Reporter came out with this a few weeks ago, right? A few weeks ago, and talked about the screening internally at Warner Brothers, right? With this close-knit crew of people that you trust. We're keeping the buzz about the movie itself in our own fortress of solitude. But we can tell you the movie will be doing a few days of additional shooting in Los Angeles in the near term. That tells you that the feedback wasn't good.
Yes.
Like, because what would they say? What would they say if it was great? We've heard great things about it.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to keep it at our own fortress of solitude. So a lot of retards that don't know what they're talking about out there, and that's fine. Now, whether this
that's why I brought it up
one,
so you could clarify.
What's that?
That's why I brought it up so you could clarify.
Yeah, for sure. And again, James Gunn is a liar. He lies constantly about everything. And maybe that response is stemming from James Gunn being like, we haven't done any audience test screenings. Well, that's not what the report was. It wasn't about an audience test screening. It was about an internal screening at Warner Brothers that happened throughout the course of making movies.
Yeah, a little play on words will get people thinking something different.
100%. And then when it was revealed that they're going to be doing additional filming in Los Angeles, James Gunn said, oh, no, it's not reshoots, just a couple pickup shots. No reshoots, we promise, because James Gunn doesn't do reshoots. James Gunn doesn't do reshoots.
Pickup shots. I love it.
Mm-hmm.